In this episode, I'm finishing up what's going to be the centerpiece in my ceiling. I'm testing what's going to be my new windows and even complete the redesign of the aft section of the hardtop. It's not been many times during this project that I actually could say that I reached my goal for a week, but this time I actually did.
Feeling free, free to sail my life from rise to the setting sun. Free, that's what I wanna
In the previous episode, I showed you how I changed the design on the aft section here. And after making a template for the end piece for starboard side, I even discovered it was more out of shape than I believed. So I just cut out this part of the roof aft here because the curve and the shape was not correct. I knew it was not 100%. I was actually hoping I could adjust it, but it was too much. And now I got the rain gutter in place, and I have the this piece I made from the other side copy, so I know I have the exact shape. Thankfully, I still have the mold I made for making the rain gutter, because I found it faster and easier to just remake this for the last 2 meters on starboard aft. A clean and perfect shape rain gutter will help me to faster rebuild the aft section on the roof as well. I think this is due to when I fiberglassed this last year. I had to throw a tarp over and lash it down because it was an incoming storm, and obviously I tied it too hard, or it would fly off maybe, I don't know, but it was deformed, so it had like this shape, but also it was out of position. So yeah, I guess when you don't have a jig that's not tight enough, I think I talked about it in that episode, then it's very easy to have deformation. So, well, I'm sorting out this now. I think it will be nice. So, but I'm done with fiberglassing this. So the profile is now good. Yeah, having good progress. I'm pretty happy. The weather is beautiful, so this little setback is not to make any fuss about. Last week I started with a little side hustle here that I'm playing around with whilst other things are curing. It's gonna be the centerpiece in the ceiling above the cockpit table. And again, I'm sure there are many other ways to do this, but this is how I've done it. Lightweight and soon an integrated part of the ceiling with LED neon strips hidden both on the inside and outside of the frame. In the middle of this, I'm planning downlights as well. Still a bit sanding left before adding primer, and also lots of work left with the ceiling itself. But everything is actually moving fast forward in my opinion. I have even finished reshaping the starboard aft and glued a new honeycomb core in place. I had a shower, clean clothes on, because I'm invited for dinner to another cruiser. It's quite funny, it's a boat that I have not seen since French Polynesia. Last time I met them was actually in Tahiti, and even though I've spent quite some time here in Bali, now and then there are still sailboats arriving that I've met before. It's really amazing to be a sailor. It's very friendly couple from the United States that I have not seen in 3 years. So a good excuse for rounding off the day a bit early this afternoon, and I can even admire the last day's work from a distance, just to see how the hardtop now looks from the aft. I think the lines now match the boat better and everything looks a bit tighter. But that's of course my subjective opinion. I don't have many sailing heroes, and probably not based on terms most people would think. But Ford, he's on my top 3 list, and only sailors on this exclusive list knows why.
Gin tonic, sundowner, on a different sailboat. It's a long time. And look at this neighbor. It's back.
Last year I was hoping to share some impressions from the inside of this spectacular yacht, but I left before we could arrange it. The captain is new, but the crew is the same, and I already have a permission pending with the owner. So let's see if I can share more from this later.
Okay,
All
cheers.
right. Cheers, Thomas. Glad to have you over.
So, last time I see you was in Polynesia.
Yes.
That must be 3 years ago.
I think it was, yeah, about 3 years ago. Yeah.
That's unbelievable.
In Tahiti.
In Tahiti.
Yeah.
Thank you, Michelle.
Thank you, Michelle.
Yeah.
A little Mexican soiree.
How lucky am I to be invited for dinner? It's like sundowner and dinner on the sailboat is not every day anymore. Being in Bali, it used to be pretty normal in the Caribbean and elsewhere, but yeah, so it's very nice. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Glad to have you. Thanks for coming.
So I have a cutoff of the window that I'm gonna have in the skylights above me, and it's like tinted, and it's pretty thick also. It's the same I'm gonna have on the front windows, and also yeah, it's UV protected and not too dark, but still gives a little bit shade. I think it looks good. Now a lot of you gonna argue and debate that like, oh, it's gonna be too dark windows, and what about night sailing? Well, I can tell you one thing for sure. It's still 100 times better than the plastic in a regular spray hood or like this canvas dodger with these plastic windows. But you know, at night radar is my eyes. I'm still sure that this will give better visibility than the old solution anyway. And I also think it looks good. But most important, I'm not telling you this is how to do it, this is how I do it, and it's what I want for my boat.
Still lots of work before Windows goes in, but always good for motivation to jump ahead a bit, visualizing how things will look like. Everything is still a bit rough, but the goal is that when everything is done, many details on its product will match other details on my yacht. It's not the first time my sixth sense notifies me about something, so I decided to take a look around me outside before going to bed. And I noticed my friendly neighbor was too close. Only too close, but pointing in the wrong direction, meaning it had broken loose from the mooring. I managed to alarm the skipper for his yacht, and luckily he was not that far away. And together we managed to secure my neighbor's yacht. Because of the tidal water with strong currents, we all hang on 2 moorings here, one in the aft and one at the bow.
It's not been many times during this project that I actually could say that I reached my goal for a week, but this time I actually did. I'm done with the redesign of the aft section here, and it's fiberglassed and even fiberglassed on the outside. So it's a lot of sanding, and yeah, starting to look good. Even the aft piece. Sometimes I ask myself why I wanna put so much suffer on myself to redesign and redo things, but this piece was not really good, so it needed to be redone, and it's been redone from aft and pretty far forward, and with a new rain gutter. Yeah, it's been quite a lot of work. It's time to sand the edges of the skylight here, and then I'm gonna fiberglass the connection with the one layer just to bond it to the ceiling, and sand that, and some filler. So I'm really getting there. I'm also excited. I have measured the glass that's gonna be on top of here. It fits and match the profile, so it's gonna be flush from the outside. It's gonna be really cool.
It's so nice to be able to have several things going on at the same time. And while something is curing one place, I can continue elsewhere, like making the frame that's gonna hold the centerpiece, or the lamp if you like, above the cockpit table. I used honeycomb that I glued to the ceiling as a mold, and only taped it on the inside so it will be easy to remove when cured. My lamp was a perfect match for the frame, and I'm only testing things for now. It still doesn't hold the finish I'm looking for before gel coat comes on, and I'm even thinking about painting with a dark color before the white comes on in order to block the light through these thin sheets of fiberglass. But just as playing around a bit with my windows, also this gives me a hint of how things will become, and that's always good for the motivation. But something that's not so good is that it looks like the next day, which is the weekend here, will be followed by rain. Hopefully the sunny days in Bali will return Monday morning. But this Sunday fun day will not be as glamorous as I show you in previous episode. Sometimes it's just about sleeping and chilling at the beach, or even spending half the day surfing, trying to improve my skills. I've been so lucky with the weather for several weeks now, so a day or two with rain should not be too much of a problem. And instead of going on a Sunday fun day adventure, I can hang out with the locals to reset my brain for the next week. Thank you so much for watching and for helping me growing this channel by subscribing. A special thank you to all my patrons helping and supporting me. And if you'd like to become a patron as well, I have a link making it easy in the description below.